Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby 83 with a final edition of Mr. Hornsby 83 Topics just for a while, and I'll be back toward the end of this year because that's when a lot of the entertainment shows that I'll be watching will be back too. So, but today I'm going to talk about fitness, and I'm going to make this kind of personal about me. Talk about what got me back into it and what I did to lose all the weight, how hard I work now to try to bulk up in that, and etc. etc. Before I start though, Bobby Lashley, TNA World Champion, finally gets what he deserves to be should have been champion in WWE, but I'll save that for a wrestling topic video. But yeah, well, it was 4 years ago. I was about 260 pounds or so. And a lot of people say, oh, you weren't that big anyway. Well, yeah, when you go from being all your childhood, from being 185 to freaking jumping up to 260, that's pretty big. And, well, my family are a little bigger, and, I don't want to be like them. I'm not trying to disrespect any of them. I love my family, but, But yeah, well, really, I was thinking about ways in 2010 to get back into lifting. I had thought about it a couple, years prior to that. I just didn't have the money in that. And then I originally signed on with my mom and her boyfriend at Urban Active, but got mine transferred out here to the Florence area because that's where I would be. And I eventually left Urban because they were overcharging, and they really don't care about their customers anyway, so I'm with FitWorks, who does care about their customers, and you know what, that's where I was working out before I stopped working out all those years ago. But what I did, well, when I first got back into it, which is something I didn't do as a teenager either, but I was gifted as a teenager, so I didn't have to worry about any of that. But what I did, I still wasn't eating right. I still didn't take the food stuff serious. But, after almost a year into it, I'm like, man, I gotta start taking the eating habit serious too if I want to get where I want to get, which is to drop all this weight, drop the body fat, drop the, belly fat, stomach fat, fat on arms and all that. And I was like, once I do that, I'm going to try to bulk up because and let me tell you something. Everything I've worked on, I feel is important for it. I feel like my triceps are as important as my biceps, my shoulders are as important as my freaking back, my hamstrings are as important as my quads, my calves, my inner and outer thighs. And one thing I did learn to appreciate, which I didn't as a teenager, was, the cardio side of things. And like I've said in a previous video, people really take cardio for granted. And like I said in that video, I said, well, I'll tell you what, you take some time off from the gym, maybe a couple years or so, start getting fat, get up to being really fat, then freaking come back and see how much you appreciate cardio then, and see how much cardio matters. And I stick by that. Even though I'm trying to bulk up, I still stick to cardio, but I do different styles of cardio now that, ain't causing me to drop too much weight because, like I said, I'm trying to bulk up, and I'll tell you what, I would take off my shirt and show you guys how I look under this, but my wife might get a little jealous. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't take off my shirt. I'm a professional. So, but, and what I'm trying to do now is I'm going lifting heavier. When I started, I was doing cardio and doing lighter lifting. I'm doing heavier lifting, taking creatine, and, eating more protein. I'm taking in a little more carbs than I did when I was trying to drop weight in that. Because they say you should take in a little more carbs when you're trying to get big because you put more protein in your body than what you initially would do. But yeah, and hopefully by the end of this year I reach my goal. I doubt it, but maybe next year or a couple years from now I might, and I'll be satisfied. But you should never take something like working out or anything like that for granted. And, you know, one thing I know, I'm never gonna freaking go back to 200 and 60, unless it's muscle, but not 260 pounds of fat. No way. I didn't like it. My knees were hurting all the time. I had freaking tendonitis because of it. And, you know, working out can help you, you know, keep your body pretty healthy and keep you with a strong immune system and that too. Because, you know, not only does it help you get in shape in that, it also keeps you from being more, you know, vulnerable to getting sick in that too, which I don't get sick as much as I used to when I was fat, but I'm starting to get sick now, but it happens here and there, but I don't get as sick as often as, you know, somebody who, you know, doesn't do exercise or anything. But, and I'm not trying to insult those people. I know it's hard for a lot of people to do, and I know people don't have the money for it and that either, but I'll tell you what, FitWorks though, $15.50 bi-weekly, that's pretty good. If you ever did want to get into it, go to FitWorks. But, you know, yes, I'm shamelessly plugging FitWorks because, you know what? I loved FitWorks when I worked out as a teenager. I love FitWorks now. I love it better than LA, Urban, LA, whatever. So, that place, you know, and at FitWorks, they do care about their customers. And, you know, Facebook, I do like a lot of stuff they put up along with GNC and that. But, you know, but that'll do it for this video. I will be doing my review of X-Men Legends Sunday instead of Saturday. Because I want to watch, you know, Toonami and all that. And after that, I will do a prediction and review of Money in the Bank, which might be pretty interesting to see what's going to happen now that we know there's going to be 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches. But if you didn't know, check out WWE.com. But I'll be back with a topic video on Mortal Kombat topic, with, you know, the announcement of Mortal Kombat 10, technically 9, coming out next year, so I'll probably be doing a lot of videos on that too. But yeah, until then, peace out.